there is this misconception that, okay, no, transgender people or LGBT people are only available for sex.
I think it's high time where a cisgender person understands that transgender people is not your one-stop sex fetish shop.
There's a huge misconception that a guy who did a transgender is gay.
We have online apps where we can swipe and find different people around us and in our surroundings. So I have been trying to date through the online apps and websites at times, and it has been quite a journey to find the right partner because it's not easy as it looks.
It's a tricky situation. I've tried my luck to find one in my social circles, but it hasn't really worked out.
Now it's so much better. Like, you see so many people finding relationships, finding partners, finding dates, and I think that that's amazing, thanks to social media, thanks to apps that have come out.
There are so many trans or LGBT friendly social spaces or dating apps where we can socialize.
So I think the avenues are increasing because of the awareness that the world is going through regarding a transgender person. So, people are getting a little more aware than how it was earlier. My first date, I remember, was during my early days of my transition, which is 5 years back. I was scared because I stepped out of my house and I sat in the guy's car to, we were planning to go somewhere and have some coffee, but I was so scared because he would have so much of weird questions about, is your boobs real? Have you had a surgery? I mean, that really made me uncomfortable, and I think that's really wrong. So I would say it was a disaster.
Even with the rise of trans or LGBT friendly cultures, I think the mentality of the people still remains stagnant, and this needs to be changed.
I just know for a fact that dating for a lot of people is also very difficult because a lot of people have these preconceived notions as to what they want to see in their partner.
There are certain cisgender people whom I have dated and have met, and they are open to dating transgender women. But taking the situation as a whole, I think the ratio is not that strong because people are still not aware who a transgender person is, and that is exactly where the education is still lacking behind.
There is this misconception that, okay, no, transgender people or LGBT people are only available for sex, and let me just tell you, that's not the case. It's 2021 and you need to wake up and smell the coffee.
It surprised me that people still don't know the difference between trans, gay men and lesbians. They like to put us in the same box.
I think it's high time where a cisgender person understands that transgender people is not your one-stop sex fetish shop. When a cisgender person goes out to meet another woman, I'm sure that he would not get into her bra and panties in day one. It takes its own process to understand. Same with the transgendered women.
I think most of the time, I have been on a dating app and gotten unmatched the moment they become aware of my trans identity.
There was a lot of instances where I've been looked down upon, asked weird questions, or went to a public place and I would just feel so uncomfortable, be it just basic mall.
There's a huge misconception that a guy who did a transgender is gay or bisexual, but dating us doesn't make them any less hetero.
So it is very important for people to understand that a man likes a man is supposed to be like a gay person. A man who likes a biological woman and a transgender woman is very much straight. I have been ghosted, rejected because of my identity, because it's such a weird world that we live in, because people just will judge you for anything that you do, and that is not in the mainstream of the society. So I believe that I will take my own time to understand and feel that comfort zone where I'm able to share about my transitioning days, the hardships I've gone through to be who I am as a person. So I think it's all about the mental bond and how the situation is.
If they are genuinely curious to know about gender and sexuality, then I'm always ready to help them or educate them. But there are so many guys who ask vulgar or inappropriate questions which I really don't want to entertain. As much as the idea of having relationships sounds wonderful, I think it is really important to be self-sufficient and show love to yourself. And if you are really looking for a partner, look for someone who loves you for who you are and who embrace your gender identity or trans identity wholeheartedly.
To all my beautiful trans sisters, do not look out for the partner. That partner will come and knock your door someday.
Don't think that everybody out there is, has a prejudice or will stereotype you and not date you because you're transgender. So hang in there and happy dating.